You're finally sitting down, not collapsing, not crashing, just sitting. Your body is tired, but not completely drained. Your mind isn't T-racing. Because something urgent happened, your to-do list is done enough for today. And yet, instead of relief, something uncomfortable shows up. Guilt. A quiet pressure in your chest. A subtle tension behind your eyes. A feeling that whispers, you shouldn't be resting yet. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is on fire. No one is asking for anything. But your body doesn't know how to relax. If this feels familiar, you're not alone. Nothing is broken in you. This isn't laziness. It isn't weakness. And it isn't a lack of discipline or motivation. It's something much deeper. It's conditioning. Most of us learned, slowly and repeatedly, that rest has to be earned. You work first. You work first. Tinge your puss, then you do a little more, and only after that, if there's time left, you are allowed to stop. Over time, rest stopped feeling neutral. It stopped being a basic human need. It became a reward. Something you had to justify. Something you had to deserve. And when rest becomes a reward, your brain absorbs a rule. It never questions. If I'm resting, I must be falling behind. Your nervous system takes this rule very seriously, because your nervous system doesn't understand modern life. It doesn't understand productivity, culture, deadlines, or calendars. It doesn't understand that you're allowed to stop. It understands patterns. And it asks only one question. Am I safe right now? If your life has been filled with urgency, pressure, expectations, and constant output, slowing down doesn't feel peaceful. It feels unfamiliar. And unfamiliar doesn't feel calm. It feels unsafe. So your body does exactly what it was designed to do. It creates tension. It creates guilt. It keeps you alert, not because you're weak, not because you're lazy, but because it's trying to protect you. That pressure you feel when you try to rest didn't come from nowhere. It came from living in a system where worth is measured by productivity, where being busy feels responsible, and being still feels suspicious. Where rest is something you do after everything is handled, not something that keeps you functioning in the first place. Your nervous system doesn't respond to logic. You can't convince it with good arguments. You can't reason it into relaxation. It learns through experience. That's why just relax never works. And why forcing rest often makes things worse. Because real rest isn't about stopping movement. It's about sending your body a signal it hasn't received in a long time. Nothing bad is about to happen. Think about the last time you tried to rest. Your body was tired. You knew you had done enough. But the moment you stopped, your thoughts lined up. Things you should fix. Things you forgot. Things you could improve. That wasn't your personality. That wasn't you being dramatic or anxious. That was conditioning. Imagine this. It's Saturday morning. You finished your work on Friday. Your calendar is empty. You make coffee. You sit down. At first, it feels okay. Then, quietly, your mind speeds up. I should clean that closet. I could plan the week. I might as well reply to that message. Have you ever noticed how your body can be perfectly still, but your mind is racing? Like your nervous system is sprinting a marathon? If that sounds familiar, it doesn't mean you're broken. It just means your system doesn't fully trust the idea of rest yet. For many of us, at some point, productivity stopped being something we do and became something we are. When your identity gets tangled up with your output, taking a break can feel genuinely threatening. Because if you stop producing, a scary question bubbles up, well, maybe I'm not being useful. This is exactly why real rest often feels so uncomfortable at first. It's not that you're doing it wrong. It's because your system hasn't learned that rest can exist without negative consequences. But here's the shift that can change everything for you. Rest isn't another item on your to-do list that you schedule in. Rest is something you allow. And let's be clear, aimlessly scrolling through your phone isn't rest. Distracting yourself with a show isn't rest. Numbing out isn't rest. Those are coping strategies. Real rest feels entirely different. Real rest is when your body feels allowed to just exist without needing any justification. It's when you're not trying to escape the pressor, you're actively releasing it. At first, this can feel strange. When you finally slow down, your system instinctively checks for danger, and that can create a feeling of restlessness. This doesn't mean you're failing at relaxing. It means you're learning a new skill. Let me give you an example of what rest with permission looks like. Imagine you're reading a book. Halfway through a chapter, your eyes start to feel heavy. Instead of pushing through, instead of forcing yourself to finish the page, you simply close the book. You set it down, and you don't feel guilty about it. That, right there, that's rest with permission. Here's a small practice you can try today. Just sit for 2 minutes. No phone, no podcast, no productive meditation. Just sit. Just exist. And when that feeling of guilt shows up, because it probably will, don't fight it. Don't shame yourself or try to fix it. Just silently say to yourself, I don't need to earn this rest. Rest is what keeps me human. If you do this over time, something incredible starts to shift. The guilt begins to soften. The tension in your shoulders loosens. Not because your life suddenly got easier, but because your nervous system has learned a new, fundamental rule. Rest isn't a threat. It's a signal of safety. So if rest still feels uncomfortable for you, remember, it doesn't mean you're broken. It just means you're practicing something new. And learning anything always feels a little strange at first. You don't need to optimize your rest. You don't need to perfect it or turn it into another task on your checklist. You just need to allow it, even if it's just for a brief moment. Even if it's imperfect. Take a deep breath. You are allowed to be here. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more content like this. See you in the next one.